Now, Amega, we have 6 minutes for any rebuttal, but 6 minutes in no. President has shut it down. A year Ghana formal call for a year reshuffle. So 6 minutes before you
me that's it. Mitie minia Edward, I'm not knowing a submission. Now you see, I did be a debut. I'm a call say, Yamia Addo, Yenya President, His Excellency Nana Danko Kufuado, the free SHS Aba. A buanko for Momuko school, in Yanim Dienisia, Intino. I'm surprised that now Nimdie are abundant. People still find it difficult to read and understand. Okay, so be kind now, be tears here now, be comprehended the tears here. No, I am mama because one from the top to down, omunina episode much say omu kanya omu tears here. A ban saying and a document a miyama presented the amount. Na me the document na brew. Na utumi kofa document na fefe document num e kind document no e be catch me say me di ade ahyemu a e kire say makwa ko print ska. 2
document ba sem na okay.
We the call parliament
as na
absolutely. Binia Edward ka say o mention here say one of the things are about your form. I say your printing sika 22 billion cedis. He does not read to understand. Uncle for document no one kind on tears. It is the same thing at forcing. They don't read. Ya church much from kwanya. Sa 22 million no e buy a fast we buy. There was no printing of money. 2. The atosumi you say inflation. And many ane bo nyedini. If we say inflation prices has gone up, and my food prices are going the only thing inflation does is say the basket of goods and goods you can buy with some volume of money, a reduce on that country. What happens is that if you have 10 cedis and inflation is 28%, it means that your 10 cedis has lost value out of 2 cedis. 80
okay,
pesos.
so it means se midi banku one ball 10 Ghana cedis. Emphasis 10 Ghana cedis, a ball of banku is 10 Ghana cedis. And inflation account 20%. It means a year se me pese me disa banku one ball now that same size. Now how much am I supposed to pay?
It means that so would you banku one ball 10 cedis obekono sa o 10 cedis no what the better sa banku one ball that 10 cedis the value of the paper currency you hold has lost value by 30%.
It means either say banku no ye better so and now say me discount me back one to the same
value.
It means it mean top
so
the same banku.
It is not increase in prices.
So it mean top the same banku.
But it is not prices.
This same banku no I have to add more money.
Sure, it is
the price.
Price has no increase.
So what is the driver?
Price has no increase.
What is the driver of the inflation?
Price has no increase. And to one's price, it is not inflation. It's not as a matter of increase in prices. When we say the driver of inflation, then the more inflation bar. Inflation means that now you have more money in the system that is chasing after fewer goods. That is the driver.
Okay.
It is a sikawa system. Na enema yese turning you more. Automatically it will generate inflation.
So it means we have more money in the system now.
If you want to do it, you just try to siphon money out of the system to create a balance, and it will drop. It does not bring about price increases. It does not bring about price increases. The Atosubio say, "Eniyama mahama ye baako to be kan ho asem e circle Dubai interchange. It's a shame. Areho e mobo e ferry. So we see circle Dubai interchange. E wo Ghana ha. Now akofa comedian e free Nigeria. Osofia se omra me showcase adwuma awaye. It's a shame. E man nka oba bia da.
But does it take away the fact that you see interchange? You know?
Sammy, and no crown because say you can say we will need time to discuss it. Okay. Because interchange you see your chrono is every. It is one aspect we would want to discuss.
Okay.
The amount used to build that interchange
Reshuffle.
is silvery.
Reshuffle.
It is baby, how you doing? And Crawford said, reshuffle. Meti seminia Edward Eka say Mahama cry kase yes finance ministry. What does Mahama know about reshuffling? And then Mahama name for reshuffling. On one finance minister Tekpe now if you troka peche no na osi obom payment Tekpe say onko so ntena ho. O hie troka no na nkrofo ka no osi na obom payment say ontena. What does he know about reshuffling? Sammy, the president is the appointer. Wa fan nkrofo so amunya adwuma ma no. We went. Oma ye adwuma akonanim. Akodu say so onu abese san enye radio so eni yetena ka kire nkrofo say ye ba abese san. We you. If that is what NDC knows to do. Enu ntina omo way ye friend is saying Sam George ekodina na oye we say omo ye the stubborn academy. It's a shame. Sometimes if I listen to what the NDC do, I see that omo rap politics muna omo ye comedy. When in their own document that they took to where your friends in Parliament on the national identification card, no, they stated clear that we will use the national identification card to register for SIM card. Or see.
Who took that document to Parliament?
That is document that they took and they have the parliamentary assent. National Identification Card Register.
Who took that document?
Regulation 2022.
Who took that document? And this in a
I'm telling you.
And this in a present day Ghana card registration in Parliament.
That is what I'm telling you. They took it to Parliament.
On their capacity as what?
Sammy, they wanted to work with Ghana card. How? And then they went there to get the regulation.
Ghana card issues about Ghana card.
Document in. That is why I say you don't read and understand. This is the document, Sammy. I will leave it for you to read.
Because I just want to understand something. NDC, as opposition party, they went to Parliament to say, yeah, the document
Sammy, in 2012, book no lie.
Okay.
And not Ghana for
okay.
In 2012, or say, at Article 7.1, a national identity card issued to an individual shall be used for the following transactions where identification is required. 1. Application for issuance of a passport. 2. Application for an issuance of a driver's license. 3. Opening of individual or personal bank accounts. D. Purchase of insurance policies. E. Purchase, transfer, and registration of land by an individual or a connected transaction subject to the provision of other enactments. Okay. F. Transaction pertaining to individuals in respect of pensions.
Okay.
Sammy, transactions specified under the National Health Insurance Scheme. H. Transactions that have social security implications. J. Consumer credit transactions. I. Registration of voters.
Okay.
K. Payment of taxes.
Okay.
Registration of SIM cards.
Okay.
Another one, hey, Sammy.
Okay.
So if
so with all this you mentioned, did they say anywhere in this document to say without the National Identification Authority,
Sammy,
nobody can register for Ghana
Sammy,
card? Did they say that?
Facts are sacred. Facts are sacred. Maybe my for information in my
Okay.
Sammy, uko weiswa enuni Ghana card 2020 registration. Ghana card the register here. The register when here 7,014,500. The year voters registration.
Okay.
Where you see Ankasa website.
Okay.
And NIPA 60.32%. And the Ghana card. And your voters registration.
Wait, Dabeng.
You see 2020. And you see election.
Hold on.
I'm giving you information.
Kasa.
Read.
So 60.
Read the Matthias.
60.
60.32%. Ghana card. This is information on ECC.
So why was IPRAN and the rest contesting for the matter?
Hold on. 2020 registration, no?
In a guarantee system, Amanyosem 4,337,779.
So 2020 election
to 37.73%.
Okay, so it means 2020 election, no? Registration was not only limited to Ghana card.
That is what I'm telling you, say. The Ghana card as contest
and
now.
And also, per your document you read to our viewers, you know, it is no way stated, say, that 2012 from local parliament. Yes, sure. But the mention say, per this document, you provide a one category. Hold on. Documents are provided already, and there's no way of state. Then 2012, NDC4 say they are going to use only the National Identification Authority for registration. Without that, nobody can register.
NDC perform abysmally under Ghana card.
Listen to the question.
Listen to the question.
You've provided a document as suggested as a state say NDC in opposition and government 2012. Echo Parliament say we should use Ghana card to do registration, to do transaction, anything, passport,
what the Ghana card do?
Very good. But the state in this document is said without that National Identification Authority, nobody can get all those services.
Some read and understand. The fact of the matter is, what is happening is Ghana card being the source document, is emanating from IPAC meetings. And meetings, let's use Ghana card as the source document. And don't you see
Ghana card, so Ghana card being the source document, you know, does it means automatically without it nobody can register? Is that what it means?
With the current CI that is in Parliament now.
Is that what NDC?
Ghana card with
is that
Ghana
what
card,
NDC?
No registration.
Is that what NDC proposed and presented to Parliament before this?
Read the document.
When I read it, I want you to show me where.
The Ghana card is telling you, sir, what the Ghana card by your voters registration.
But did they say without that you can't do registration?
NDC for Ghana card is no more.
Okay.
NDC couldn't perform.
Okay.
You are asking questions which they didn't perform, and you want answer on your performance.
I gave you 6 minutes, but you spoken for 11 minutes. The part of reshuffle and other matters.
And you do say an MPP for the new motivation. Now, I feel the Matthias says, Sana, a drone to go Ghana for any so say we have the men. Sana, IMF, and a junkie boys, and a normal war. In fact, I want to make some few rebuttals before I met to us. It is clear, and a Ghana for Natrias say before the run-up of the 2020 elections, IPRAN and then the Hunka for a contested to the fact say. Na your credible register e wo Ghana ha Jemen sama yeti asese wo register e na chire mu no ba ye say register no ablutu emu ma ye remfi said there has been a precedent VRC crab committee at Alisa Hotel sasem we buy emu mo koy transe emu ye hu kwan be fa so e be correct those friends say anomalies e wo that register nim wo mu ye wie e the recommendation by ma Charlotte Semo ne hu kakafo e make sure so be the right thing. When we hear no, and yes, I say a contest here. Who Jemen Sambai? Ebe twan trom yenu ka kire Ghana for say the reason tia ehun be yan say was say mu create a new register no was because of say obsolete. The word was obsolete, meaning it cannot be upgraded. And a second one is say it is always higher. Another cost of friends like upgrading it is higher than getting a new one, which was equally also a lie. But yet na say fine. Why you register we must have a back. And now ye can say asema or the bone of contention they say ECC continuous registration of person or yeno you be use the voter ID card. But remember now who can remember so what say before any registration exercise or any there is a CI which is an instrument that gives guidance to that registration process. It is a CI na mo and now mo can mo say you be use the only mode of verification ebe ye Ghana card. And now here contest say how many Ghanaians have the Ghana card as we speak now. The exercise inside the echo. Oka Chenkofo said 31st and at the end Nkofonya registration people don't have the Ghana card. Or officers no so will send ka UBP. Now we make sure say Nkofonya have access to the Ghana card. What mean yai? And now Jana Okofa 2012 documenta abejana no maka say and are contesting for in IDC phone and NDC phone yai. Try it. We are telling you, say you are playing with fire. This 2024 election is not going to be an ordinary election. And I want the NPP to understand. It is Ghana's election. It is the people's election against a despotic, the most insensitive, the most inept, and the most corrupt regime ever to have surfaced in our fourth republic. It is something they move on to change. Now, you can issues about this reshuffling. Ghana for any team for Nina Kasa say who be here say ye be reshuffling. And now President about out be shutu assembly down say 1 year complaining about this reshuffle no NDC for any friends 1 year we jobless. In fact Ghana for Eda Akufo-Addo say wo ka say wo me jobless. Now me who say afafo alliance for friends and food soldiers movement be say Obama poko asemu ade na omu chief scribe ni ade a one the statement bar out even right before Congress. The ETA say reshuffle. Na che say one nkrofo no muano e na eka say Mr. President, ye reshuffle say nyoma e dey enko yie. E na o head downgrade aba. Na ni na che say nyoma enko yie. Na ene no metimi aka no on authority say afafo a wo say ye reshuffle no. Na Addo Danko Akufo-Addo say sa afa group no mu ye NDC fo. Sa afa group no mu ye jobless. Because on another Akufo-Addo buy no won tim emfa adwuma ana entimi create jobs e ma moye say nipa ye entimi gina asempie so e ka kire Ghana fo say wo mo ba wo make create jobs to the extent say ye ba akokra amanonefo e na ebeba abaye adwuma o man Ghana ha na ene no san krofo na wo ka say wo mo e ka kire ne say onye reshuffle no wo ka kire san krofo ne say wo mo ye ndisi for they are jobless people. Now number 2 ade e bone ne wo ho say you find say oh na Danko Akufo-Addo wo na ye coach team na team na wo dey kono o front liners friends economic management team wo boast on them Professor Jambafo Akotoni ade wo kekem Dr. Mahmoud Baumia any ade na wo mo say o ma yedwuma o Bank of Ghana ye titiska so na ekom de yen Ghana nyo hiaman na na poso ne yete na ekom eguso de Ghana fo enti wo keka abasanya ba we ni na no na Ghana fo atena se no mo ka cho say ade ni nko yie enti coach o frontliners ni enye yie enti squad no fa frontliners fe be go akiri na fa akiri fo no so fambra no mu
president catch in opposition say it is a castle comedy so and now you want to ask the president say at poso is that your question
onye say ti o asem na me ka say so say it discussion na come ade Ghana nyu hiaman and am saying na ene no jama poso ne yete na kom guso ti kom guso de yen enti nyum say poso ne yete enti say we a coach now you president na say what do team akoford ne so na wo mo ebo frontliners here economic management team wo mo ntimi e wo say committee che dollar because wo ka che say wo ma che dollar na the key na akoma IGP na enti say frontliners wo mo economic management team wo mo ntimi anko che dollar no na dollar na break jail from IGP na across to 9 na Ghana for any alpha for catch wo say ye reshuffle wo say won ti ase bank benches for any middlemen mo midfield akoto free or ya Greek minister ni ade no. What is happening? Women so they are not doing well. And then agri sector growth in 2017 was 6.1, a drop by 4.1, 4.2, 2.1, 1.0. And then we know say food inflation. Yeah, I can watch my about food inflation as I'm saying here, you know. The question is food inflation is all-time high. All food basket areas I mean no say nyoma bo ayedin. Ghana for entimi nyare. Issues concerning even both your city and here, you know. Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, what say ojina simpia so campaign. I say Ghana for multimeter dokono. Ghana for multimeter fuel. And then Ghana for multimeter dokono because as a result say akoto free year no ka say planting for food and jobs. Omo ba omo making sure say grains ebro emo sorghum any san money na no omo making sure say investment on my no e betima nya san nyoma no ayi den adoso. And then me nu ka say wo investment ayaye in that particular sector. And then timi mfasa returns no emfa embreye na ene dokono anka ye bono in 2016 50% was ne 1 cedi no and ye bono 3 cedis 4 Ghana cedis ene energy a e wosen ka etimi tenase ne yama to any boss etimi yadwuma muntimi enyen ene me no wo ka say fuel a na nka enkane ye ton 14 Ghana cedis per gallon no ene no e close to over 66 Ghana cedis per 1 gallon. Ghana for ntimi enye ka cho say ye reshuffle agree friend say finance ministry menya kan wasem kradada finance ministry the asema wo ho ne say enoforiata emfaso a wo nya efri Ghana ye bonds ho efri Ghana ye loans a wo tete ho meni wo kase sika nko a wetimi age oye transactional advisor edima ye loans a yagigi ni na no close to 159 million and waje ahye kotoko ebe ye den na nada nkokufu ado ebe yi say nipa efri ho otimi nyino Nanado does not have that political will. So obeji ni nua efri ho because oka kire say I will not engage myself in family and friends. But ene no e dey na esi. Ye hu say enkrofo bebre na pamfo bebre ni na no wo me ye da busuafo a wo menya opportunity they are serving under the administration. We are not saying say wo ntimi serving under the administration. If you qualify fine. But at least say adwuma na wo ye ni ntimi nsombo because ene me no ka say Ghana economy no atofom.
Okay.
Ekom de Ghana fo. Adwuma aka so de ma Ghana fo so Ghana fo nya bi nyei. Kasa no adoso. Dede nko ane brofo akese nko ana na adan kokufu ado Dr. Mahmoud Bamia ne Ken Foriata wo mo ka de kire Ghana fo. Enti men we have the men. And then we know say we have the men for na ka kire say so far as the MPP government is in power we are not going to the IMF. Anye bia no na nya power no mo wa makwa IMF yi. Na nya power na na ye wa SMP foi adan grade ye say ye jankisi. This is the reality. And I mean no amount of propaganda, no amount of whitewash, no amount of friends say no amount of sikebia. And remember Ghana economy no about because we made this kind of.
Okay. All right. My main kind message is to we say I swear. Okay, say why MPP government lies too much? We say I swear MPP government will not come to power again. Save the date. They about say good evening. I may tell Kafu to stop our ears, disturbing our ears. See, he is just spewing lies and also finding it difficult to talk about their own achievement in 30 years. All the programs he is touting about, how many have they been able to sustain so far? He should give us a break. He should give us a break. Now, in Ghana, the most difficult thing to do is to defend the MPP. We are hearing Sami in his communication, Patrick Kojo Ajoyi, a.k.a. Pato, inside Nkranka, near Kofodia. We say, Mr. Sami, let the MPP man know that when you mistreated your spouse, and he or she left, it is so difficult to bring back the love and trust. I'm sad for this MPP government. We say after 6 years in power, you took the country to IMF for bailout, and now you are telling us you can fix the economy. Only a low-minded person will buy this. But it's a good evening. It's unfortunate Nanado doesn't see anything wrong with his numerous ministers. I'm personally disappointed in Nanado. My expectation in him has really failed. Nothing has changed in this country. Very sad. This MPP man doesn't know anything about governance. Shameless man. The MPP party thinks everything is about book. We say, salute. I just turned on my TV and I don't want to go back and forth. Please kindly tell the guy making a noise like a train from Accra to Tema. He should shut his mouth. He is talking too greatly. Nanado himself comprehend he is not doing anything for this country. The worst president overall in this country. We see good evidence. Kafui is under severe pressure. Is he comparing Oforiatta to Setekpe? God have mercy on his soul. His government is the worst government as Ghana has ever experienced. Family and friends government, they would be jailed one day, one by one, come 2025. Sami, please, control Kafui and tell him to check his facts. He speaks like a 2-year-old boy. What a confused government. Yenya fad edifritema. I feel 38 on red messages. We say, I'm Napoleon from Kumasi. Good evening, Mr. Host. Please, I'm very angry for bringing this MPP man to your program. We say he's disturbing our ears. We say, ask for Kafui to define inflation. Kafui define inflation. We say, Ghana is suffering from economic assessment crisis by Nanado and his kindergarten economic management chairman. Wesi Same tell the MPP man he should stop attacking Mr. Mahama. Ask him if he knows his real father, if you know who his real father is. Or they about Ubisa President Mahama real father and answer Kafi Papa now. Whereas he placed the MPP man to stop those comical statements over there. We Ghanaians are discerning why. We say it sometimes saddens my heart to see and hear what is happening in Ghana politics. And I blame most of newscasters and journalists in the country who fear to speak the truth because of the ruling government. I remember clearly when the MPP were in opposition, Nanado then called the ruling government all sorts of names, such as Dr. Doolittle, Papa Dumso, and among others. Now that the NDC is doing the same thing to them, here we find these so-called journalists and even the ruling president condemning and criticizing the NDC, all because of fear. The Bible even says, "Do unto others what you want others to do unto you." So why is the MPP complaining about words from the NDC? You journalists want to do all means to paint John Mahama black for. Why? Okay, message in to us. We say, please, NDC should give us a break. Setekpe's economy was worse than that of Ken Oforiatta. Did Mahama reshuffle him? Good evening. Ba Yawa Edifri Tamalino de Aba. Was it why is MPP? Was why will Nanado reshuffle Ken Oforiatta, who could not tell us where 52.5 billion taxes collected and put in Ghana's commercial bank is? Because she otimi ebisano. Now, you wrap it up on the success story from the Office of the Special Prosecutor by recovering more than 1 million Ghana cedis from Obia or Importo Nyama Edeba, a Council of State member company and Kronoba. Kagana for be rest assured say, would Yera Wabain and Kisia Jabain leading the Office of the Special Prosecutor, leading the fight, the purpose of which the office was created, Ghana, we are standing to benefit from it. Can we based on this?
Okay. Issue about corruption and the fight against corruption. The dream ni project kankan. Addo danko Akufo-Addo, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Okachire Ghana for say, I am too old. I am not here to steal your money. Obi a waye na adwen say opeso wiya Ghana sikebia no mane mba na memumu bi. And he is ever ready to fight corruption. And how did he start it? Or start here MIT as he say oso oba obey use the ANAS principle to fight corruption. What is the ANAS principle? The ANAS principle is to name, is to shame, and to jail. But na mene wo kase andananado danko Akufo-Addo, Alhaji Timothy Bawumia, and Ken Oforiatta. One ma yati ase say sa principle no ya boegu.
Timothy ne free.
Timothy so also Dr. Bawumia say na Methodist Brigade munti. Info from the amano no.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, to aso no. Yeah, to aso. Eti na mene wo kase sa ANAS principle no wo ma boegu because ye nemu a na Akufo-Addo aba. No about clear omu efri ho. Now, ye CPI report, a corruption perception index report, right from 2013, 14, 15, 16. It was 46, 48, 47, 43. Coming down 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21. It was 40, 41, 41, 40. Clearly, no, say NDC John Dramani Mahama's worst grade in fighting corruption was Akufo-Addo's best, based on the CPI report. Yensanto aso report esaba from CDD MITS say Ghana lose 9.6 billion to corruption since 2017. Yasan so ehu Auditor General's report aba right from 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21 sika yedi egu enum amounted to corruption kwa 12.1 billion.
No. That's so it's 51 billion from 2017 to 2021.
From 20, yes.
A year money misappropriated, irregularities
in totality.
Billion.
Yes, in totality.
Yeah, 50 billion.
Exactly. Now, 50 billion. And this says we any sika ketwa who be here say we see it immediately says can. Now, a kwan person you be fire be says can. Nana dan Kwaku Ado catch say the Office of Special Prosecutor eba. Said there won't be a hand controlling nipa or person or chinipa warrior Ghana tika ananyesa enunti ye the Office of Special Prosecutor ebai emi ye kofa yankasa onu yankasa na damfo Martin Lamisi Amidu edebai say ombra embe fight corruption Martin Amidu ba ya or start so ye djuma o hwenuma mu any ade na distractions start say eden eba ama out of that womu ejapa risk assessment report akofa fabaye no Martin Amidu me yeti ase say na Addo dan Kwaku Ado nankasa no eye the mother serpent of corruption enu na mechire ema Martin Amidu eka so de nadwuma ebesi form ana Akufo Ado sakofa obu Friday esa de bae ma ne betena so the same issues institutions ama ne kwan omofa documents bra ne ehwe ni mu ehun yema bebre na say there were some unseen hands control ema nipa ne nya adwuma ene yakofa ejabe aba so mbe ya adwuma ejabe nso ehase a ensem bebre aba issues of ABAJ dey na all start here ye hwemu ye wom so omo ehodu freezing asset ekopie mu a yesi nipa net akoko reduce can na efina account mu ene news aba yesi La Bianca member of Council of State will make me a retrieve sika I think to the tune of 1 million.
Yeah, 1,074,000.
74,000. A little over 1 million.
Yeah.
I think say we mum there yamam krani make say a good news for us because at least 1.7 million yes kaketwa Office of the Friends and Special Prosecutor
1.07
exactly is kakese enye ensheda nye betesa and the ukra says kana obet maybe be Ghana ha and for me no I think say a good news for Ghana in the fight against corruption. But say sika no sika pudwo kito because we sika pa many workers say under this administration issues of bust, issues of PDS, issues of PPA, one sem National Youth Authority, Charles Bisu one sem ababa Pius Enam Hajide one sem American Innovation Day one sem nyade sika di akoso under this administration. Na say Office of Special Prosecutor wontimi enhu sa corruption scandals ni na aba under the Akufo Addo regime na say 1.7 in the pen wetimi akoje dia I think say there is more room for improvement.
Okay. All right.
So betimi ayadwuma e mani fa ni enkosi se sika ketwa no so on fa ni nkosi sika nkofo edidi edi egu omenum no wotimi enkoji mfiri apamfo.
All right. Kafi, success story of a year Office of the Special Prosecutor.
Meba ho na ansa meba ho no ma mentini ma kakra bi enfiri ho. Sani ebeya ebeboa ye nyina because ahwefo omanya demdie ewo mutrim ensem a menu ya kan ye nti.
Okay.
Sa demdie no say anti enfiri ho ebe ha adwene ose to ye ntumi ma to nye adwuma same to ansa na ye beba na ndisi fo no magu no na enam se omo pesika fofu edi
Kafi
asemu do koswa
Kafi
na what the memra mame
it's sure but Kafi we can be na records no how we need to set it as at 2016 Tor was operating under Kwame Dako
at that level
was operating
at that level na
was it operating
Sami
it's okay continue
Sami Sami in 2015 no mo pass deregularization bill no the man say ubetumi akra ofuel de aba na toye adwuma at what capacity because some crofo filling stations are non person UNT that is why they passed it Sami data bank I almost say Ken in a any 2015 2015, I'm not this if one watch from no munyes come from woman. Data bank from finance transaction advisors. Or call first Kaba, no this cannot go to bank, I mean, person my body. No more who interest the channel woman who's pelele. And yet, data bank cover by. Sammy, job creation. And I ask myself, if NDC is talking about job creation, under what merit? When they themselves watched us and placed a ban on Enuma, Sammy, my main temra from corruption issues, here can one semi. And me tear me near Edward are all making a submissions. And baby, you started feeling corruption, and the President Kufuor and Crawford anyway, Sammy, corruption. For a president who could not even identify whether he was corrupt or he was not corrupt, being put a question to him. Now when to me I identify, say on one case, oh you're corrupt and now you're corrupt. You talk about corruption. For a president who was then a vice president, our no one president, Ayusu Martin Amidu, say on fire investigating on corruption when he was the vice president. Talk about corruption. For a president who is now an ex-president, former special prosecutor, eka say you're government official one go to me nipa no, obo nipa ni din, started raining insult on him. I'm happy he spoke about the ANAS principle. That His Excellency President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo spoke about the ANAS principle. And indeed it's working. And then you have the special prosecutor who is working. And the hills will grind slowly, but and then he's gone. He's been able to get La Bianca, and then La Bianca has been able to refund monies to government. One, under the name and shame principles of ANAS, it is what is happening. La Bianca has been named. If there is any attached to it, the shame is there. And the principles no kasi yadi be yejuma na yemfanya ejuma no mentimi ni anase. Again, yanke kankoso o si Ghana has lost money. Auditor General supposame eno na ya na ye mare o kese. Say ye nyina ya be kan ade na entiase ye difficult. Kosi say Auditor General's report no odiba no o si irregularities. Now, irregularities are, he is asking you to correct those irregularities because if you are crown now kwesi aba jisika, a right says a kwesi jisika, a be an signature crown your right, a chrono. So read and let us all understand. And my young 2 foot through Mugana for him.
So Supreme Court was right to throw NPP out or petition based on irregularities in 2012 elections.
Sammy
was right.
Sammy, I don't dispute what you want to say, but Supreme Court is right in stating, say your case was full of irregularities. But Supreme Court, court was equally also right. When we had ex-president, our call ya catcher and say illiterates in a command in a ballot box 2020. People cause of war in the former in the ballot box 2020 and into a munu pot all. This Tibon cause of war to me and collecting resource into your choir no crown when to me and collecting resource. Enti anonkwa is okay.
1 minute. Because
your choir no, ye indicate he said, yes, there are irregularities. And you want to touch here, and you're right. Okay. Because yes, one sign a pink sheet. It doesn't mean that the resource wasn't there.
Okay.
But so one signing pink sheet, and my own be one point and money to me alter issues, baby, you would DP, we were talking about these irregularities.
But then, so one side, my crime will be to me SSN figures.
Absolutely. Then we also came in and said that, baby, there was overvoting.
So it means
yes,
these irregularities in the year of a year Auditor General report, as Maukati said, will be IGCK one sign. So doesn't mean say the same thing applies. It means the money can be inflicted.
The question is the money that was signed and the money that the Auditor General called same. The only thing that lacks is say identify any pan or sign no me signing a signature here. Chrono.
But we can't use the same thing.
Monies that has been used for the specific purpose. But the application of it say ni pana yana 1 year when you now so me correct it. Now what state is sad way say na kwaya sad way but any pana anye we to me correct no. Utene has a chrono. And you term that as chrono. So
Okay.
for me,
All right.
special prosecutor
Okay.
or yena juma.
Okay.
And obeko sunso yena juma.
Okay.
I make sure say sikapotin yankasa ayira ne kwan a konkrofo botumi betumi ade.
Okay, let's set this stage straight. This story was published by Major Online on February 9, 2016. Osito resumes operations. Osito Oil Refinery has finally resumed operations after shutting down for almost a year due to some serious funding challenges. Joy News is learning that the refinery formally resumed operations last week after several test runs to ensure equipment are in good condition.
And what capacity?
So that's
a fact say in 2015 on the balance sheet of Tor, we declare profit and the wadako. And to what here I cast tomo some of your taxes are on petroleum. Yet your boss margins. Boss and Tor margins. Boss and Tor margins.
Make I final messages. Make I final messages. I say, Godwin Accra, say, please tell Kafui to understand that a lot of people are against his comment. He should change for better. You know, was a good evening, Mr. Sami. Uncle Falu is my name. Falu, it says Falu. Uncle Falu is my name. I say, my advice to the youth is for us all to be vigilant and not to be blinded by anyone. I believe and support the fact that it's better for us to suffer now in order to make the future a better place for the next generation. But looking at the rate at which the country is borrowing too much under this government, I fear and I pity for the next generation. Imagine Ghana going through slavery again because of its inability to settle all these loans. Kafui, good evening, and Kafui, good evening, and your panelists. I say the canker corruption has consumed and metamorphosis our president and all his appointees. How I wish NDC, when given power, come to 2025, will have the will to prosecute some of these corrupt people and even amend the 1992 Constitution to subject the president for persecution. 30 seconds.
Tommy, I was one because watch here. The Ghana for us say ene o ma jemi no mahwe na dem dia nka menua Edward di show mtim yatumi ayi side dem na show mtim na o manya mfa ho di. Okay, the Ghana for us.
Okay, Eddie.
Uto baby Edru ne de I think say economy no junk. The only option for Nana Danko Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne Kanu Furata ne say wo mo hwe Ghana fo enim no at least wo mo engine tum say ya faili na wo mo ntrase no mo ntie de His Excellency John Dramani Mahama the incoming president Insha Allah January 2025 na wo mo ntrase enko sa dialogue na wo mo kan say de be ya enuoma pa ewo Ghana ana say Ghana nuoma ewo Ghana yankasa ebetimi atena se ne aye no na yetimi aye e de aboa say de be ya impuntuo ni nyuma pa e be ba ama Ghana fo etimi anya bi aye.
Final message from Yera Shangabe was say please Same let Kafui know that Setekpe was never rated CCC plus or C. He should show some respect to his seniors. He knows nothing about the state or political economy. Yera Shangabe and the other. Me question me bisa na ide twa to say. Say Ghana economy no junker. Does it mean say those managing the economy are junkies? Can we say that? Can we say the head of economic management team is a junkie? Or those economic management team members, they are junkies? And for that matter, the economy has been rated junk. I just want to know. I was here for your friends. Yes, Christa Manetim come out, which now, Ukada, Ebidia, Kafuya Mega, AMPP, communication team member, Samson near Edward Morty, NDC communication team member. That's so sending messages be by me to make Facebook and WhatsApp now. MCR control, Yadama, which now, Yenisha, Yakram, good night.